4 months ago, I got bitten by a dog and I've had to have 4 surgeries by a plastic surgeon. I've had to have my nose completely reconstructed, and today is the day. The stitches all came out and finally I have a normal looking nose. The breed was a Springer Spaniel. Genuinely, I do not think he meant to harm me. It was an accident, very, very unfortunate accident. I was dog sitting for 2 spaniels that I walk often. He was asleep next to me. We were having a lovely cuddle. I think there may be a pressure point that I was unaware of that maybe bothered him. So I was like stroking him. I got too close to kind of like his underneath, which I think might be a sensitive area. So he turned around, nipped me. He took the flesh off my nose. Thankfully, it wasn't anything worse. The whole injury on my head, all of that was because they had to do a forehead flap. So they had to use the skin from my head to fix my nose because it has its own blood supply. So they flap it over, attach it, leave it attached from here to here for about 3 to 4 weeks. You have another surgery where they separate it. The skin on your head is much fatter than the skin on your nose. So I was left with quite a prominent bump with like excess skin. So the next surgery I had to have, which was last week, I had like defatting of the nose. So basically they took it off, they thinned it, they put it back on again, and he also did the scar revision. So here was left very, very dented. I think the stitches had burst open after the 3rd surgery, so I was left with quite a big hole. So he basically cut the scar out and stitched it back up again. So actually, like, all the dog did was bite my nose. If it was anywhere else on your body, it probably wouldn't have been a problem. It's just because obviously it's your face, so it requires plastic surgery. I think this is just a lesson to everybody. We have to remember they are animals. They do not have voices. They cannot tell us to off. They can't communicate with us through words. They have to use action. So be mindful of their body language. If you are dog sitting or dog walking, get as much information beforehand about the dogs. If they've got any sensitive parts, any pressure points, anything they don't like, you should be aware of it, because I probably wasn't as well informed as I should have been. Looking back over everything that has happened, and I think the main thing that's sticking out for me is how everybody has just said, like, you've been so strong, like, you've been so positive the whole time, and like, that isn't the case at all. Like, there's been so many times where it's been so difficult, and I think the main thing that has took me through this journey, like, with a bit more ease, is you have one of 2 choices. You can either completely wallow in self-pity and not deal with it very well, or you can try and find a little bit of gratitude in the situation, and you can just continue to do things that make you happy.
I am seen. Are you?